it raw. I'm serving it raw. I'm serving it raw. I'm serving it raw.
I came up with Crazy Hood Productions, which if you want to know why that name, I could tell you. But and the idea was we're gonna try to do whatever we can to boost the local hip hop scene and put on for the city, and that was just the goal. Like whatever we can do to contribute to the hip hop scene in Miami, whether it's throwing hip hop jams, whether it's me eventually doing DJing and putting out mixtapes or developing artists that are gonna rep for the city. That was the early goals for Crazy Hood Productions, but without knowing, because we didn't have funds, so I didn't know how we were gonna accomplish any of these goals. Yeah. But I knew that I was like, we're gonna do something, and we got numbers to do something. So we're gonna, the first phase is let's have a production company, let's have a brand that we can all rally around, and then we'll take it from there.
Got it. Okay, and I know for people that might not know, I know you said crazy came from the fact that you really felt like you was crazy. Like,
yeah, I thought I was off the rockers, man. I thought I had some loose screws in my. I just was like, the way I think sometimes, I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with me, man? So back when I was a kid, it was even worse, and I was wilding out, and so literally the word crazy was that I thought I was insane. Now, to a degree, I didn't think I was clinically insane where I was gonna have to. Well, I didn't know really, to be honest with you, but I just knew that there was. I thought differently than most kids is what I thought.
Okay, I got you.
Like I got tipping points where like I could you say the wrong thing to me and I was gonna wild out. So crazy came from that, and then hood. People think it means neighborhood, but it doesn't.
It came from
For us, it means hoodie.
Yeah,
because all the hip hop kids at that time, the uniform was a hoodie. Like back then, a lot of the champion hoodies was like the thing to wear, and so even though Miami is a hot place, school was still cold. Our schools were, the AC was pumping, and we would go early in the morning, so we would just put on a hoodie and rock it all day because it was really cold in school. To this day, my kids now, when they go to school, we got to give them a sweater because it's cold in school. Even though it's 89 degrees outside, it's cold inside. So we could wear the hoodies, and so the hoodie was our thing, and then also hoodie was the clothes, but then people would say, they would call you a hood, like a hoodlum.
Yeah.
That was the double entendre, like you hoodie or hoodlum. You know what I'm saying? And then productions to make it sound,
for professional.
Clean it up at the end. We professionals here at the end of the day. So Crazy Hood Productions.
Okay, now, and under that umbrella, because I want to talk about the Alliance, aka
right.
the All. Okay, now you and Heckler made some noise in the 90s, especially underground when y'all dropped the song "Fake Out of Towners."
Yeah.
And so hey, what was that movement like, and how did it help define Miami's hip hop when y'all dropped that song? Because y'all dropped that song in like what, 96? 90,
yeah,
95, 96?
Yeah, 95, 96. And then also shout out to my boy Weird Thoughts, who now people might know him as Drink Champ Sports. He's the other member of the group, the Alliance. And Big Drain, who's now Drain Flicks, who takes all the photos for Drink Champs.
Oh, okay.
He was another MC and producer of the Alliance.
So hey, look, I'm down to carry some bags, man, and some luggage, man, to get down with Drink Champs at this point. But
so yeah, the Alliance was me as the DJ and like the executive producer of everything, Heckler, MC, Weird Thoughts as an MC, and then Big Drain, who was an MC and producer, the main producer of the Alliance. So that was the Alliance, who we shortened that name to the All. And yeah, we came up with the song "Fake Out of Towners." I think it was one of the first few songs we recorded as a group. And the reason why the name of the group is the Alliance is because Drain, Heckler, myself, and Weird Thoughts, we were all from different crews in high school. Like Big Drain had a crew called Poetic Symbols. Heckler came from a crew called UE Underworld Elements, and then myself and Weird Thoughts, we were Crazy Hood Productions, which was newly formed at, in its infancy. So when we came together and when I put the group together, I'm like, we're an alliance of all of our crews coming together. And so that's why it's the Alliance. And then the All is, we shortened it to the All. And Fake Out of Towners was a thing that, again, going back to the Miami, representing Miami thing, Miami had an identity issue where a lot of the hip hop community in Miami were transplants from New York or wannabe transplants from New York. So it was a lot of like New York identity in our hip hop community. So we were like, man, you being a fake out of towner, you know? And it also, again, it had double meanings. A lot of our stuff had double meanings. There would be a lot of tourists that would come into town and disrespect the city,
Got it.
you know, thinking because they from another town, oh, like Miami was soft or something. So we were like, you're a fake out of towner and you're a fake out of towner, you know what I'm saying? So the song, we made that song and it was funny because Khaled, and shout out to Khaled now, you know, we kind of came up together in a sense. He was on this pirate radio station, you know, on the come up out here called Mix 96. He was at that time, his show was one of the biggest hip hop shows that people would listen to at the time. But he was newly transplanted from Orlando via New Orleans. He was originally from New Orleans.
Yeah.
And then he came up in Orlando and then he moved to Miami. And a lot of his audience was these people, you know, I won't say these people, but the people with the identity crisis, you know, like where New York was everything. And it people misunderstand. It's not that we don't like New York, it's just that we wanted Miami's identity. Like like if you're gonna be in Miami, let's have a Miami identity, guys. Let's rep Miami. We could do the same music, it could sound like everything that's coming out of New York, but I wanna hear you rep Miami stuff. Like I wanna have something that's relatable to the scene. And so his show was really popular amongst all hip hop heads, and we had the identity problem. So he played that record like a make it or break it type of thing, and he kind of dissed it. Before he played it, he kind of already hated on it.
Ah, okay. So I didn't know that.
Yeah. Because I don't know if he felt that we were in some kind of way either dissing him or his audience. I don't know. It could be either or. I never really spoke to him about it heavily afterwards. But he kind of dissed the record. He set it off with like a diss, and then the callers came in and they wasn't feeling the record. But nonetheless, me and my crew, we didn't care, and we championed that record and that saying. And a lot of the local scene that felt the same way, they really championed that whole slogan, and it was like fake out of towners became a thing. And then we ended up doing FOT's Part 2, which is Fake Out of Towners Part 2, where we got other local artists like Society, who used to be signed to Luke Records, Dynass, who was a part of a group called Black Forest out here that were really big in the early 90s. Scam, who people know, he did records with Eminem. He did artwork for Eminem. He did artwork for Tribe Called Quest, and he's from Carroll City, he's from Miami.